Welcome to the PATH International Credentialing Council Nomination Information webinar. In our ongoing efforts to keep our membership apprised and educated about the implementation of the PATH International Credentialing Council, we present to you today a brief webinar with an overview of the Credentialing Council nomination and election processes. As a reminder of the goal of Credentialing Council nomination and election, let's start from the beginning. So, what is a Credentialing Council? It's a group of individuals appointed or elected to govern one or more certification programs and is responsible for all certification decision-making, including governance of testing processes and administration. As equine-assisted activities and therapies become more scrutinized due to the increase in visibility, legitimizing the industry and profession has escalated in importance. As a result, PATH International is actively pursuing third-party accreditation of our certifications, beginning with the Registered Level Therapeutic Riding Instructor Certification. NCCA Standard 3 specifically addresses the need for a credentialing council. How will the Credentialing Council serve the PATH International membership? By ensuring consistent, fair, transparent, and valid testing practices for all candidates pursuing PATH International certification. Distinguishing PATH International certifications as preeminent among EAAT credentials. This distinction will serve as a step in the direction of greater recognition by external organizations and potential partners, such as medical professionals, higher education institutions, and insurers, and by producing an accredited certification that will be far more meaningful to families, caregivers, and participants. So what will the Credentialing Council look like? It will be comprised of elected volunteers serving as voting representatives. It will function as a division within PATH International, which will report directly to the CEO. It will be autonomous with respect to the certification and accreditations. PATH International Board of Trustees will retain general governance authority over the Credentialing Council. As communicated in recent Trek to Accreditation communications, there are 12 voting representative positions on the Council. Each position is designed to represent a specific group of stakeholders with respect to PATH International certification and accreditation programs. By engaging individuals who hold interest in different aspects of the programs, we are able to ensure our programs integrate key elements which will make them mutually beneficial to all association members, individuals, instructors, and centers, as well as the general public. Now let's take a closer look at the specific requirements for the voting representatives. A detailed list of these requirements for the various representative positions on the PICC can be accessed on the PATH International website by going to the Accrediting the PATH International TRI Certification webpage from the left-hand menu on the pathinternational.org homepage and select the PICC Job Descriptions link under the June 30th communication. The next 7 slides are a summary of this document. It is imperative that all members are fully dedicated to the goals of the Council and their specific position both during and 2 years after their term of service. This includes involvement in education and mentoring aimed at preparing candidates for PATH International certification as well as personal pursuit of certification. Just as the Credentialing Council is specialized in its function and focus, the members must be specialized in skill and focus. All voting representatives will be expected to participate in the development, implementation, and management of fair and equitable certification processes, procedures, and policies starting in 2017. At a later date, they will also be expected to actively participate in the development, implementation, and management of the PATH International Center Accreditation Program. Certification representatives will serve as subject matter experts for the certification program they represent. They are intended to represent the interests of the PATH International membership that holds that certification. The public member and representative at large are intended to represent the interests of the general public. The PAC representatives will serve as subject matter experts for all PATH International member centers. They will represent the interests of centers with regards to sustainability and accreditation. Now let's address the terms of the council members. In 2017, inaugural council members will draw lots for a 1-year, 2-year, or 3-year term in order to stagger terms and minimize turnover on the council for subsequent years. In 2018 and on, individuals appointed will all be on a 3-year term and may serve up to 2 consecutive terms. It is important to bear in mind that all representative positions are volunteer positions with great weight and responsibility. As such, regular meetings and collaboration of the Council is paramount to ensure annual goals are set and achieved. The basic commitments are to attend a minimum of 1 in-person meeting per year. Members are responsible for their own travel and accommodations for in-person meetings. Food and beverages will be provided by PICC International as appropriate during in-person meetings. A 2-day meeting will be held at the 2017 PICC International Conference, an annual meeting in San Antonio, Texas, for the inaugural council. Full registration for the conference is not required nor included. There will also need to be quarterly 90-minute conference calls. The timeline for nomination and election of PICC members is as follows. Nominations opened on July 10th of 2017. All nomination forms must be submitted to PICC International as soon as possible and no later than August 7th, 2017, in order for nominees to be considered for the election ballot. Nominations will be reviewed by the Nomination Review Task Force to verify qualifications and eligibility for the ballot. The ballot will be announced August 14th of 2017 to coincide with the opening of the election. The following forms must be submitted to PICC International as soon as possible and no later than August 7th, 2017. 1. PICC International Credentialing Council Candidate Nomination Form, to be completed by the nominator. Self-nominations will be accepted. 2. PICC International Credentialing Council Candidate Consent to Serve Form, to be completed by all candidates wishing to be on the ballot. And 3. 2 references. PICC International will provide this form via email to the references identified by the candidate in the Consent to Serve form. Please ensure that valid email addresses are provided on the Consent to Serve form. Lastly, here is a quick visual of how to locate the Accrediting the PICC International TRI certification webpage and nomination forms. Starting from the PICC International homepage, refer to the left-hand menu. You will find the last option in this menu is the Accrediting the PICC International TRI certification webpage. After clicking the link, you will be redirected to the full list of communications regarding our trek to accreditation. Please refer to the June 30th communication and the accompanying links to access the nomination paperwork. PICC International appreciates you taking the time to review this webinar and learn about the Credentialing Council nomination process. If you have any questions relating to the Council, please do not hesitate to contact us at picc@piccinternational.org. Thank you all so much for your time and thoughtful nominations, and we look forward to seeing you on our Credentialing Council.